Got it done with science.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oak Life Show, episode
85. All right.
15 from 100. Today, talking a little zone diet. Continuing with the nutrition theme here. A lot of different diets, nutrition lifestyles.
Oh yeah.
Zone. You've heard of the zone.
I feel like a lot of people have heard of zone, but what does it mean? Just like any other diet, any other type of nutritional lifestyle plan, what does it mean?
And there are lots of numbers.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that kind of confuses people.
Yes.
Percents and grams and adding, subtracting, Common Core. I think it's hard, Liz.
Yeah. It's difficult.
Break it down for people. Zone-ish. What's the overall idea?
So zone, the idea is kind of finding a balance between your protein, your carbs, and your fat. And again, this takes into account your activity level, what your lifestyle is like, whether you're male or female. So very similar to macros, you still should have somebody that's helping you out that kind of gives you an idea of where you should start on this, because you don't want to be overeating, you don't want to be undereating either. Now, for zone, kind of breaks it down into something called blocks, which is the most basic mechanism. So some people might eat anywhere from I think the bottom cap was like 12 blocks
in a day,
I believe.
Yep.
And then upwards from there, and that's usually starting at like sedentary women that don't work out, do anything. Just a good starting place.
But Liz, what is a block that you speak of?
So as you can see right here, a block is just a basic unit of protein, carb, and fat. So if you have if you have 12 blocks a day, you might have 4 blocks for breakfast, 4 blocks for lunch, 4 blocks for dinner.
Adds up to 12.
Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you structure however many blocks you're eating a day to be that number that you're trying to hit, and you can break it up however you would like.
And within that block, it has
7 grams of protein, 9 grams of carbohydrate, and 1.5 grams of fat. So if you had a 4-block meal, you'd be having 28 grams of protein, 36 grams of carb, and 6 grams of fat.
So basically you took the number 4, because it was 4 blocks, and timesed it by those numbers. In which to get it.
Yes. And then from there, they have some general guidelines in terms of good foods that you should shoot for. So a lot of the fats that they provide are almond butter or almonds, avocado. Your healthier fats. Yes. And then carbohydrates are usually veggies of some type. You can have multiple carbohydrates in your meal. However, you need to hit that number for that meal.
Even a fruit? Can I say a fruit? Is that legal? People can eat fruit.
Oatmeal, Ezekiel bread, potatoes, things like that. Mm-hmm. And then again, your protein is going to be egg whites, your lean meats, chicken, fish, that kind of thing. So, zone breaks down. You might be wondering where they got those numbers from. It just equates to you're eating getting about 30% of your calorie intake from protein, 40% from carbohydrates, and another 30% from fats.
And this seems to be like a nice starting point for people.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the finishing point for people.
No, it's a good base for a lot of people, but again, everybody is unique. Everybody has a different lifestyle. So it's finding how that works for you off the bat and adjusting from there.
So it's a lot of math here, but Liz, there are these things called apps on those little cellular devices.
There are.
So like if you track what you eat, it will help you with this. Can I say that?
It can. It can make it easier if you have somebody explain to you how to get that stuff set up. Because sometimes that can be the confusing part. But
roughly, it can help you kind of hit those percentages with the thought within this whole zone thing of when you eat, you should kind of have a balance of fat, carbohydrate, and protein.
And this is a good starting point for that kind of balance.
So it's weird. Like when you sit down to eat, maybe you should have a little bit of meat and
a little bit of veggies,
little
carbs.
Carbohydrate, and some nice healthy fat. Who would have thunk?
Crazy.
Eating in the balance.
Groundbreaking.
Stay in the zone. Get in the zone.
That was good. I think that's AutoZone.
AutoZone.
It's not ours, but we'll take it.
It's not. But that's where we're going to end this, guys. So it's Zone Diet 101. There's a lot going on here, but that's kind of the breakdown. It's great.
Yeah.
If you can manage to know where you are and know where you need to be and know how you feel and how do you look, how do you feel, how do you perform. So be smart. And if you want to get in the zone,
get in the zone.
Got it done with